3 wishes, 3 to 5 players manipulate cards in order to make 3 different kinds of wishes come true. Strawberry Studio provided this in exchange for an honest review. If playing with 3 and 4 players, remove the indicated cards, shuffle the rest, and make a face-down deck in the middle. Draw the top card and remove it from the game without looking at or revealing it. Place the top 2 cards face down in the middle. All players take and put 3 cards face down in front of them. Peek at one of your cards. On your turn, you take 2 actions. You may look at any face-down card in play, switch the position of any 2 cards in play, or shuffle your cards, then look at one. There is one other thing you can do, but let's look at the wish cards first. Don't worry about the card names. Focus on the colors and or suits in the top right, plus any special cards. The other thing you can do is declare endgame. If you do this, it is the only action you can take on your turn, and you cannot do it in the first 3 rounds. When declared, all players immediately reveal their cards. If a player has one superpower, gift, and world harmony, they score the indicated points. If a player does not have one of each, they lose. The player with the most points wins. See those special cards? 2 of them are multipliers. Nice. One of them isn't as nice. If you end the game with time travel, you lose. You can play 3 wishes in 2 ways. Play a single hand or play first to 5 points. In this variant, each win is 1 point, but consecutive wins are 2 points. Peek, switch, and otherwise manipulate your cards so that you have a winning hand. That's 3 wishes. You could easily play 3 wishes on a coffee table. The central and player areas combined are about the size of 1 placemat. A single hand takes 5 minutes. The 5-point game can be anywhere from 10 to 30 minutes. The box has 8 and up, but I think experienced 5-year-olds would be fine, let alone ages 6 and up. In our 3rd game of 3 wishes, I was certain that I would win. Dad, like usual, was an agent of chaos. Mom, also like usual, was confused. Right before I declared the end, she said, "Okay, I've got this." She switched the card with him that he had just swapped. After we revealed, she was like, "What?" The card she gave back to him gave him the winning set, and she had taken back the time travel card. He predicted she would switch back, and I would have won otherwise. 3 wishes comes in a small box and is super simple, meaning you can bring it just about anywhere and teach just about anyone. There's next to no theme, although the art is cute. The 5-point game rewards the previous hand's winner, making it very hard to catch up. I honestly prefer just playing the single hand, then shuffling and dealing again to play another hand. If you really want to try the longer game, make it so that the winner doesn't get that free peek at their cards at the start. There's one other problem with the 5-point game. It feels like it takes forever. Honestly, try this. 1 point for a win and play to 3 points. I like when games have 1 or more cards randomly removed at the start. The deck is so small here, and cards aren't as powerful as in the silver games, which I'll talk about later, so it doesn't change much. In Cabo, which I'll also talk about later, you need a few rounds to figure out the cards in front of you, and that's if nobody messes with you. Here, you can see what you have on the first turn, and what everybody has by the 3rd or 4th. It's not very challenging or interesting. 3 Wishes is a lighter and lesser version of Cabo. I'll link to my Cabo review at the end, but that game has more depth, choices, and decisions, plus it's not that much longer than 3 Wishes' boring 5-point game. Cabo is from Bezier Games, and they recently put out 2 similar but heavier games, Silver Amulet and Silver Bullet. I also reviewed those, but for its length, Cabo is the best choice if you want this style of game.